Welcome to this course of learning Python for absolute beginners. What you will learn in this course? In this course you will learn Python from scratch, but not only Python, but also the fundamental concepts for any programming language. This course is perfect for you if you never done any programming before, or if you have kind of experience in different programming language and you want to learn Python from scratch now, or if you want to be professional in Python. In this course, you will see that Python is really easy to use and it can work with Windows, Linux, or Mac. And also it's powerful to do any program you want. This course will teach you Python from scratch, and we will do that step by step. We will start from downloading Python, install Python, set up your environment until you be professional in Python. So first we will see how you can download Python, install Python, and set up your environment. Then we will have a look to the basic of Python, and then we will have a look to the variables in Python, inputs and outputs in Python, lists and dictionaries, functions in Python, workflow like if statement, loop like for or while, working with files, object-oriented programming, and code style and how you can handle errors. So until you be professional in Python. This course containing many examples, real-life examples, and practical exercises. And at the end of this course, you can write your own program. So if you want to start programming in Python like professionals, then enroll now and enjoy this journey.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how you can install Python 3 on Windows 10. So let's start doing that together. So you may open the internet browser that you prefer and you can type Python. So the first link you will get is the python.org. So you may click on this link. And to download Python, you need to come to download section and you can download the last release of Python. But if you want to install specific release, you can come here to downloads and then you can click on all releases. You can scroll a bit down. So in my case, I may install Python 3.7.0. So let me scroll a bit down. And this one. So click on download. And you can see here the operating system that you want. So I'm using Windows. So I need to have a look to this section here. And you may download this executable installation. So you need to wait a bit, around maybe 30 to 40 seconds to download. It's depend on your internet connection. So we need to wait a bit until it's downloaded. And here we go. So let's open the executable installation file. And you can choose the default installation or you can choose the custom installation. If you need to install for all users, you need to click here, and if you need to add the Python to the environment variables, you need to enable this check. Add Python 3.7 to path its mean environment variables. So let's enable this and let's choose the default installation. And maybe we need to wait a bit to install Python in our machines. By the way, it will install pip as well to your machine as default installation. So setup was successful. That means you already have Python in your PC. So let's make sure that Python is working now on our machines. So maybe we can click here and let's try to type Python. And you will see many options. We have Python 3.7, the application, and we have the IDEL. So we have now Python shell. So maybe we can write small command to make sure that Python is working. So let's try to print hello, and we can see here that Python is working. If you need to exit, you just write exit and it closes the shell. If you have any issue, please let me know in the comment section. So let's try to open command prompt and write Python to see what is the version that we install. So we can see here the version 3.7.0, and let's try to print hello. It's working. So yes, we can see that Python now is installed and it's working well. So if you have any issues here, maybe you need to make sure that you add the Python to the environment variables. So let's try to check pip. So just write pip. We will use pip in the next session to install some dependency and libraries for Python. So pip is also working. Thanks for watching and see you in the next session. Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how we can install Jupyter Notebook on your machine. So let's open browser and write jupyter.org. So this is the official website. I'm going to click on install. And there's two ways to install Jupyter. I will choose to install over pip than using conda. So for training purposes. So just copy and paste this one. It will take a bit time to install. So you need to wait a bit. And yes, Jupyter now is installed on this machine. So go down further and copy Python 3 -m pip install Jupyter. So copy paste, and yes, so let's test it if it's working. So just type Jupyter Notebook and it should open an internet browser containing Jupyter. Okay, so if you need to switch browsers, so if you try to copy paste here, it will ask you for a token or password. So what you need to do is simply you need to do copy this path and paste it on the browser that you prefer. Let me now show you more about Jupyter Notebook. So click New, and I need to use Python 3. So let's try to print hello world. Shift enter and it will print hello world. C equal 1 plus 1. Print C. So that is the Jupyter notebook that we will depend on this course. Thank you for watching and see you next. Welcome back. In this tutorial, I'm going to talk to you about how you can create small Python program. So let's write small program to print hello world. So you can write print and then you can put double quotation and write hello world. To run this cell, you can come here and click on run, or you can click shift enter, or you can come here to cell and then you can say run cells. So that's the hello world application. Let's now try to print triangle of stars using Python. So let me try to print quotation mark, and let's repeat that. Four times. So I will put here star, and here I'm going to put space star, space space star, space 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 and star. And then maybe we can put another star here, space space star, space 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 star, and here another spaces and then a star. To run this same, you can come here and you can run cells, and now we are able to draw this star of these triangles of stars. That's the most basic things you can do with Python. Welcome back. Let's talk about variables in Python. So let me write small application. My name is George, and then print my age 26, print I am male. So as we saw in the previous session, you can run this cell by coming here and you can run cells. So it will print my name is George, my age is 26, and I am male. So that's very basic, simple program in Python. So now if your name is John, you need to change these values. Maybe your name is 32, So click Shift Enter and you will print these values again. So let's try to make it more beautiful. So let me insert empty lines here and let's define a variable. So a variable in Python, it's like container for values. So for example, we can say name equal to John. So in this case, we don't need to leave John here. You can say my name is, and you can put plus name. So let's run that. It's still same results, even there is no John here. So what's happening exactly? So it will run line by line. So here we define a variable called name and the value of that variable is John. And then we are printing my name is name, but name containing John. So that's why it's printing here John. So let's try to change that value to George. So let's run that. So it will print my name is George because the name container or the name variable now containing George value. Let me add age equal to 32 and let's remove this one from here and add age. So the name is string variable, so it's like a text, while age is a number, and numbers you don't need to add double quotation here, so it's enough to keep it like this. So let's add the double quotation this time and I will explain why. And let's run this. My name is George, my age is 32. You can change that value and run again. My name is George, my age is 28. So name containing George and the age is containing 28. So now let me tell you why I add this two quotations here. So let's see what will happen if we remove these quotations. So now the age is a number. So if we try to run this cell, you will receive type error. And the compiler error saying we can't change from integer to string. And that's because this one is an integer value or as a number and we are trying to print a number. So you can solve this issue by adding this quotation here, or you need to specify that variable is string by adding str here. Let's run that and everything seems okay now. There is another type of variables we will use in this course that's called Boolean, like is male equal to true, or it may be containing false, is female equal to false. You can consider these two values like yes or no. So true mean yes and false mean no. So we have mainly three variables in Python that we will use as beginners. So we have string variable, that's text, we have numbers, and we have boolean that's containing two values that are true or false. Also related to numbers, so this one, it can be integer or it can be float. What I mean by float, so it can be 28.36, like if we need to add the tall or the height equal to, so let's say my height is 5.9 foot. Thanks for watching and see you in the next session. Welcome back. Today we are going to build small calculator. So in the previous session we saw how we can work with numbers. So in this session let's try to define a variable as a number a equal to 2, and let's also define another number called b equal to 3. Let's try to print a equal to plus a value, and as we discussed in the previous session, this will throw an error because we can't convert the integer or that number to string, to text. So how we can solve this issue? By adding str, and I'm going to put the a inside it. So let's print a value a equal to 2. Let me copy paste this, b equal to p value, a equal to, and b equal to 3. So now let's define another variable, c equal to a plus b. So let's see what will happen. So a equal to 2, so it will replace a with 2, and b equal to 3, so it will replace b with 3. So 2 plus 3 equal to 5. So that's mean c value containing 5. Now let's print c equal to str and c. So let's run this, but before running that we are expecting to have 5 here. C equal to 5. So let me replace this with a plus b. So C, that's a plus b equal to 5. So we can replace this one if you want. Instead of saying C equal a plus b, you can just copy paste this and put it here directly. And let's remove C now. Let's run that. So a equal 2, b equals 3, and a plus b equal to 5. So let's see what's going on here. A equal to 2, b equal to 3. We are printing the value of a, we are printing the value of b, and then we are printing this thing here, and after that we are sum a plus b. So it will replace A with 2 and it will replace B with 3. So 2 plus 3 equal to 5, and we are converting that value from number to string to be printed. So it will be 5, and that's the value. Let me copy paste. A minus B multiply divide minus multiply and divide. So let's review together what's the expected output. A equal to 2, B equal to 3, we are printing these two values, and then we are printing A plus B, A2, B3, so the result equal to 5, A2, B3, so the result should be minus 1, A multiplied by B, that's 6. Let's run these values. A plus B equal to 5, that's A plus B. A minus B equal to minus 1. A multiplied by B equal to 6, and A divided by B equal to 0.666. And that's the simplest calculator you can create. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next session. So here we have list of strings, but also we can have list of integers, or list of numbers, or list of floats. So let's define age list. Let's say Tom age. So let's say Tom's age is 16 and the other one is 19 years old, and then we have 55, and then we have 30. So in this case I have list of integers instead of list of strings, and you can work on these two lists in the exactly same way that you work with the string list. So 55, that the index 2, and index 0 is the first element we have here. So we have here a list of string, and we have here a list of numbers. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next session. Welcome back. Today we are going to work with string. So string is one of the most important types in Python, and you need to get familiar with string. So as we saw in the previous sessions, you can print any string you want by adding this quotation mark, and you can say hello world. So it's printing that string. Now let's try to assign to a variable as hello world, and let's print s, and we will get same results. So we saw in the previous session that we can add two numbers like a equal to 2, b equal to 3, and we are able to say c equal to a plus b, and the result should be 5. Now, can we add two strings together? And the answer is yes. So let's say A equal to hello, B equal to world, C equal A plus B. A is hello, B is world, so C, it will replace A with hello plus B with world. So let's try to print C, and the result is hello world. Maybe we can add space here, and let's print that, and the result is hello world. Okay? So let me clarify one thing. So there is difference between 2 as a number, 3 as a number, or 2 as a string and 3 as a string. Let me clarify this. So let's say A equal to 2, B equal to 3, C equal to A plus B, and the result should be 5. Now, if A equal to 2 as a string, B equal to 3 as a number, so that should give us type error because we can't convert integer to string. I think you need to get familiar with this error message from now on. To solve this issue, you need to convert this one from string to number, or as we saw, we can just write str like this, and we can solve the issue. So let's pack A equal to 3. So if these two are numbers, the result will be 5. But if one of them or two of them are string, so it will replace A with 2, it will replace B with 3, but as a text. So the result will be 2 and 3. But if these two are numbers, the result will be 5. Let me clarify one more thing. So for example, let's say A equal to 0, B equal to 3, so the result will be 3. But if this one is a string and this one is a string, so the result will be 0, 3. So like your phone number. So let's say you need to print out your phone number starting with 0, so you need to convert it to string, not as a number. So let's also clarify couple of things here. So let's say A equal to 0, B equal to this value, and C equal to A. So if I print that, A value is 0 as a string, so C will be 0 as a string, and the result is 0. So if I put that quotation marks here, so C now is a letter A. So if we have print C, so I'm having A value here. Let's try more things with, let's say hello, and this one is word. So C equal to A plus B, and the result is hello world. Now if we have A as quotation mark, so that means it's letter A plus B, and that's A and B. Okay, I hope that's clarified your questions now. So let's say A plus B, and the result is hello world. So these are small letters. If we need to print it as capital letters, C dot upper. And the results now hello world but as uppercase. Let's do reverse. Hello world. So hello capital letters, word is small letter. So now if we make it upper, everything will be in uppercase. If we make it lower, everything will be in lowercase. Okay, let's move forward. So let's say hello world. Let me remove these two. And let's print A. So A is hello world. Now if we type, so now if we add this thing here, so it will divide it to 2 lines. Let's print that. So hello is the first line and word is the second line. So if you need to add 2 lines, let's repeat that and let's print, and it will have 2 lines now. Let's add 3rd line here, hello. So it's add another line. So if you need to add another line, you need to add this one. Okay, let's remove all of that and saying hello world. Let's print A, and A is hello world. So a string is a list of letters, or what we call as list of characters or array of characters. So that means every one of these characters has index. Indexing in Python start with 0. So that means we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Let's say that I need to print the first character, that is H. So I'm adding these shapes here, and then we can write 0 and it's H. Let's say that I need to print this one, so 0, 1, 2. So always start counting from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if I need to print the 4th index, it should be O. And also we can do reverse. For example, if I'm saying a.index, so I'm asking the compiler, can you let me know where is O is located? So the result will be 4. So that means 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Where's W located? It's 6. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Space is 5, and we have W is 6. The last important function is the length. So I'm asking the compiler, can you print the length of A? And the result will be 11. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the length is 11. But when you start indexing, you start indexing from 0. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have here actually is 10. That's D. If you have more than this, we don't have 11 or 12, but if we try to print, you will have out of range error. So let's say that we have length of A. So if we try to print length, it will be 11. But the maximum index should be length minus 1. So let's say that I need to print the last character we have, so it will be D. Length is the length of A, and A length is 11. So 11 minus 1 is 10. So the last character we have here is D. Thanks for watching and see you in the next session. Hello again. Today we are going to explain how you can input or output values from the user. So output, it's very simple. So we saw that we can print any value. So let's say that hello Tom, and we can print that value on the screen. We also saw how we can have it like this, and we can assign it to variable called name equal to Tom, and then we can print Tom. You can change the name you want, like let's say name is XXX and hello and the name that you have here. Okay, let's back to Tom. Now if we need to publish that program to be available for users, so you need to have input from the user. The user usually enter his name on text box maybe, or like input area. So we can do that with Python by saying input, and then we can write the message that the user will see. Please enter your name, and after that we are printing hello plus the name that the user entered. So input, you can display here the message that the user will see, and we are assigning that to variable called name, and then we can print it out. So let's see what will happen if we run that. So the compiler will print the message, please enter your name, and now the compiler is waiting me as a user to write my name. So I can say here Tom, and I can press enter, and the compiler will continue saying print hello plus name, but the name is the name that the user input. So now the compiler saying hello Tom. Let's run that again. What's your name? So I can say TTTT and enter hello TTTT. So that can also be let's say that age. We're asking user please enter your age, and then we are printing hello, and we are printing your age is age. Please enter your name. So let's say Tom, Please enter your age, let's say 35, and then it will print, hello Tom, your age is 35. But this 35 as age, we are getting the input from the user, so this one is a string. If you need to work with that age as a number, so you need to convert it back from string to number, and that's what we will discuss in the next session. Thanks for watching and see you in the next session. Hello again. In the previous session we saw how you can get input from the user. So let's try to build more advanced calculator that we built in the previous time. So let me remind you what we have done in the previous sessions. We say A equal to 2, B equal to 3, C is equal to A plus B, and we are going to print C, and C is 5. Also we discussed if one of these variables is string and the other one is number, then we will get type error. And if both of them is string, so C will add them as a string, so the result will be 2, 3, not 5. So now instead of doing like that, let's get input from the user. Please enter the first number, and I will do same here. Please enter the second number. So we are getting the first input from the user, and we are going to assign it to A, but A will be as a string. And then we are going to get the second number from the customer, assign it to B, and then C equal to A plus B, and then we are printing C. Let's run that. Please enter the first number. Let me enter 5. Please enter the second number, 9, and the result is 5, 9. So it's add them as a string. So A is 5, B is 9, C equal to A plus B as a string. So it will be 5 plus 9 as a string. So the result will be 5, 9. How we can solve that issue? We can revert it back from being string to be integer. So I need to tell the compiler that A is not a string, it's a number, it's an integer. So you need to do like this, and same for B, and that will solve our issue. So let me run that. Please enter the first number, it's 9. Please enter the second number, it's 1, and C now is 10. So A is 9, and we are converting that string, that text, to integer, to number, plus integer B. It was 1, and we convert it back from string to be an integer. So 1 plus 9 equal to 10. Let me run that again. What if we have 9.1 and 0.4? So the result should be 9.5, but it's saying that you have type error. So if you are expecting to have real numbers here instead of integers, so you need to convert it to float. And in this case, if the users say 9.1 plus 0.4, and the result will be 9.5. Thanks for watching and see you in the next session.
Welcome to this course of Learning Python for absolute beginners. What you will learn in this course? In this course you will learn Python from scratch. But not only Python, but also the fundamental concepts for any programming language. This course is perfect for you if you've never done any programming before, or if you have kind of experience in different programming language and you want to learn Python from scratch now, or if you want to be professional in Python. In this course, you will see that Python is really easy to use and it can work with Windows, Linux, or Mac. And also it's powerful to do any program you want. This course will teach you Python from scratch, and we will do that step by step. We will start from downloading Python, install Python, set up your environment until you be professional in Python. So first we will see how you can download Python, install Python, and set up your environment. Then we will have a look to the basic of Python, and then we will have a look to the variables in Python, inputs and outputs in Python, lists and dictionaries, functions in Python, workflow like if statement, loop like for or while, working with files, object-oriented programming, and code style and how you can handle errors. So until you be professional in Python. This course containing many examples, real-life examples, and practical exercises. And at the end of this course, you can write your own program. So if you want to start programming in Python like professionals, then enroll